For most of us, flying means long lines, cramped seats, tiny bags of pretzels, and praying your knees won't touch the tray table. But for billionaires, flying is a completely different universe, one where security lines disappear, legroom is infinite, and caviar replaces peanuts. I got the rare opportunity to experience what it's like to fly like a billionaire. No, I didn't suddenly hit the lottery, but I did tag along on a private charter as part of a friend's work-related trip. And let me tell you, the luxury is unreal. Here's exactly what it was like to live and fly like the 1%. The airport experience, skip everything. The first thing you notice when flying private is what doesn't happen. No parking nightmares, no TSA pat-downs, no dragging your suitcase a mile to the gate. Instead, we arrived at a quiet, hidden building called an FBO, Fixed Base Operator. Think a private terminal for the ultra-wealthy. We pulled up right next to the plane, literally, car to jet in 30 feet. A concierge came out, greeted us by name, and grabbed our bags. No lines, no ID checks, no chaos. Within 5 minutes, we were walking onto the aircraft. It felt like teleportation compared to commercial travel. There was valet service at the door, bottled water waiting in the lounge, and not a single stressed-out traveler in sight. Instead of being herded through security, we were offered espresso. And best of all, no need to take off your shoes. The jet. Basically a flying penthouse. The jet we flew on was a Gulfstream G650, which is basically the Rolls-Royce of the skies. These jets cost upwards of $65 million. Once inside, it didn't feel like a plane. It felt like an upscale hotel suite. Plush leather seats, real wood accents, suede walls, flat-screen TVs, a full galley kitchen. Even the lavatory was nicer than most hotel bathrooms, with actual counter space, marble finishes, and designer soap. There were only 8 seats, each one fully reclining and big enough to nap in like a twin bed. You could literally stretch out, swivel, or even walk around without disturbing anyone. Mood lighting, high-end speakers, and a soundproof cabin made it feel like you were in a luxury cocoon. Everything inside the jet was designed not just for comfort, but for the ultimate sensory experience. The food, fine dining at 40,000 feet. Remember airplane food? This wasn't that. Before the flight, we were asked to submit our meal preferences. I figured we'd get a step up from regular in-flight meals, but what we got was next level. Steak cooked to order, freshly baked bread, a wine list that would make a sommelier cry tears of joy. There was a menu printed just for our flight, complete with starters, mains, and desserts. I chose lobster risotto and tiramisu. It was better than most restaurants I've paid top dollar for. And yes, champagne flowed freely the entire flight. It wasn't just about sustenance. It was a curated culinary experience at altitude. The service, Michelin-starred, but in the sky. We had a flight attendant on board, but calling her that doesn't feel fair. She was more like a personal butler, barista, and luxury concierge rolled into one. She remembered our drink preferences, brought snacks without asking, and adjusted lighting or temperature anytime we looked slightly uncomfortable. The level of attentiveness was incredible. Everything was about comfort and experience. No request was too small. Need a blanket? It's cashmere. Want headphones? Noise-canceling Bose, of course. She even offered aromatherapy pillows for rest and warm towels before meals. The kind of treatment that makes first class on a commercial airline feel like coach. The privacy, complete and absolute. Unlike first class, where you're still in a shared space, flying on a private jet means total seclusion. No crying babies, no snoring seatmate, no overhead bins being slammed shut. It was just us, the sky, and endless tranquility. You can hold a business meeting, take a nap, or stream Netflix on a giant screen without worrying about strangers peeking over your shoulder. And because you control the flight manifest, you only fly with people you want to be with. No awkward seatmates, no seat assignments, just your group, your rules. Connectivity, fast internet in the clouds. Yes, even at 40,000 feet, Wi-Fi was lightning fast. Unlike commercial flights where the connection drops constantly, this felt like a high-end office in the sky. video calls, streaming, even large file downloads, all seamless. There was also an onboard system to control everything from the lighting to the temperature to the window shades, right from a touchscreen at your seat. Even more impressive, some jets include satellite phones, high-resolution TVs with streaming apps, and multi-device charging stations. Basically, you never disconnect unless you want to. Time-saving, the real luxury. Flying private isn't just about luxury, it's about saving time. We took off within minutes of arriving at the airport. No boarding process, no waiting for pushback, no taxiing delays. And when we landed, a car was already waiting on the tarmac. We deboarded, stepped into the SUV, and were on the freeway within 10 minutes. It turned a 6-hour commercial flight ordeal into a 3-hour dream. For business travelers, that saved time is worth more than gold. Meetings, deals, and deadlines don't wait. Flying private ensures you stay ahead. Price tag, eye-watering but explainable. Of course, this level of luxury doesn't come cheap. The flight we took was around $25,000 one way. But here's the kicker. For billionaires, that's like buying an Uber Black. Many of them either own jets or have fractional ownerships with services like NetJets or VistaJet. The cost becomes just another line item, like dry cleaning or personal chefs. It's not about showing off. It's about convenience, efficiency, and comfort at a level that most of us only dream of. Other amenities. Yes, there's more. Many billionaire-owned jets also come with beds that fold out completely, conference tables for mid-flight meetings, entertainment systems better than most home theaters, showers and changing rooms, special pet accommodations because, of course, some even have mini gyms, wine cellars, or built-in humidifiers to reduce jet lag. In the ultra-elite circles, a private jet is more than just a way to travel. It's an airborne lifestyle statement. What I learned from flying like a billionaire. At the end of the flight, I realized the biggest luxury wasn't the caviar or the cashmere blanket. It was the freedom. Freedom from delays, from discomfort, from crowds. Everything was designed to make life easier, smoother, more pleasant. And that's what billionaires are really paying for. Not just a better way to fly, but a better use of time. I'll probably never fly like that again, unless I sneak onto another charter. But the experience left an impression. Not just of luxury, but of what's possible when cost isn't a concern and comfort becomes a lifestyle. So next time I'm in boarding group C, seat 32B, I'll close my eyes and remember what it felt like to fly like a billionaire. Just for a day. Can you ever afford this experience? Well, maybe. Services like JSX and Blade offer semi-private flights at a fraction of the cost. You won't get the full Gulfstream treatment, but you will skip the TSA line and fly with way fewer passengers. And if you're willing to splurge once in a lifetime, you can book private charters by the seat or the hour. It's not cheap, but for a milestone event, big trip, or just to check it off the bucket list, it might be worth it. Because even if you're not a billionaire, for a few glorious hours, you can fly like one. Final thought. Flying private isn't just about luxury, it's about control. Control over your time, your space, and your environment. And while the average person might never do it regularly, the experience shows how dramatically different life is at the top. And hey, dreaming's free. So go ahead, picture yourself stepping onto your own jet, glass of champagne in hand, as the engines hum softly in the background. Because up there, 40,000 feet in the air, the world really does look different. Please subscribe for more videos.